okay? So why should Jenny not get her some young peen just because you threw it out? 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way, Season 1, Episode 1, fresh out the gate. We got some new couples and an old couple that we should all remember from 90 Day Fiance, before the 90 Day. And that couple is Paul and Karine. And the last time we saw Paul and Karine was not having it with him because he said that he's going to get a paternity test on their baby, so he knows for sure that that's his child. When she found out that she was pregnant, you know, her second pregnancy after suffering a miscarriage with this idiot, now she has to prove that this child is his. And she wasn't having it that night, so she was just shut down, and she was like, I'm just gonna go to bed. So here we are, months later, and Paul and Karine are back at it again. I guess she forgave him. So now he's trying to find out what he needs to do to get Karine to move to the United States with their baby. And he goes in and he speaks to, I think it was an immigration lawyer. And the lawyer tells him that, well, in order for you to be able to bring your family over here and support them, you're gonna need to be making at least $25,000. I think it was $25,000. $35,000? Maybe $25,000 a year for according to the Kentucky state laws. They're trying to make sure that when Karine and her baby comes here, they don't rely on the government to take care of them. So Paul realized that he's not making anywhere near that. And he thinks that $25,000 or was it $26,000? How much ever it was. He thinks that that is a lot of money, and he doesn't see how they could assume that he would be making that much money. And I'm just like, how much are you getting paid from TLC per episode? Plus whatever job you said you have, and that combined does not equal to $26,000? TLC, are you ripping these people off by not paying them? Because I know you get a lot of ratings, so them advertising dollars must be through the roof. Because this is one of the most popular reality shows on TV. So I'm just saying, TLC, what's going on? But then again, there's so much of them in the cast, so they probably ain't getting shit. So he decides that he's just gonna move to Brazil, and he's packing up like he always does, and his mom sees him and realizes that her son is an idiot even more. So he's there looking at a bulletproof vest that has like a Bjorn, or it has like a baby carrier attached to the bulletproof vest, and that's also bulletproof. And so he's talking about how he would just pull his head down behind the baby. I'm like, so you're using your baby as a shield? Like, are you planning to use this baby as a shield? Like, what the kind of parents are you, bro? Paul is so dumb. So his mom is just like, so they just shoot you in your head. She's just not here for the bullshit. And he's packing up, making her house a mess, and he goes to the airport with 5 bags, and they're like, there's an embargo, you're not going anywhere with 5 bags. The limit is 2. And he's like, oh, can I speak to your manager or supervisor or whatever? So he spoke to the supervisor. Supervisor told him, no, it's only 2, you can't go with 5. So this dumbass decides that he's not going because he needs to take all of those things. So he's just gonna wait out the embargo. This idiot decides that he's gonna basically lose his ticket, lose all the money that he paid for that ticket, and he's gonna go back home and he's not going to Brazil. He's gonna wait it out. Dumbass. The next couple we see is Jenny and Sumit. So Jenny it's the first time we're seeing Jenny, so we need a whole introduction. So Jenny is 60 years old from Palm Springs, and Sumit is 30 from India. So Jenny met Sumit online, of course, you know, that's how all of these go, you know. Jenny and Sumit met online, but Jenny was there talking to this guy named Mike Jones, before he came up in the game, nobody showed him love, and then he found Jenny, you know, and Jenny showed Mike Jones all kind of love because Mike Jones was fine, honey. He was a gorgeous man, a gorgeous man. And then Mike Jones confessed to her that, see this, here we go again.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
So Mike Jones had to confess to Jenny that, hey, I'm not actually Mike Jones, I'm actually Cement. And he tells her that he didn't know that she would be interested in him because he's Indian and she's white, and he liked her and he just really wanted her to like him back, and he was willing to catfish her. And I'm just like, bruh, you had to go through all of that. And then she's like, but you're cute. You're cuter than Mike Jones. I'm like, did you say what now? I mean, maybe he's cute in like the adorable furry kind of way, but like, let's not play Mike Jones now. Like, that Mike Jones dude was fine.
I'm just saying, Jenny, maybe you got your groove back, but you lost your eyesight. I don't know.
After Cement confessed to Jenny that he's Cement and not Mike Jones, she actually went over to India and met him, and she was there for 4 months. And I guess she loved it because she is deciding to pack up everything and leave her daughters and grandkids behind in the United States and go over there and live with Cement. Why Cement don't come over here? Because we get to find out that Cement didn't always have a job, that he got the job at the call center so that his parents can't like use that against him, saying that they're taking care of him while he's not following their wishes, because the mom don't like Jenny. She's like, no, you are not for my son. My son don't want no old lady. Because usually in their culture, their family will take care of their sons until they find a suitable wife for them and they arrange a marriage and they get married. And Cement doesn't want that. He wants Jenny, this woman who can no longer have kids. And her friends said the same thing to her, like, what do you think this guy wants with you, knowing that you cannot have kids? Like, you are 60 and he's 30, and they cannot see what he wants with her, and they can't see what she wants with a young boy, because according to one of her friends, she's like, I've had many offers by younger men, but I never take it. I'm like, okay, so why should Jenny not get her some young peen just because you threw it out? She didn't even think it all through. Like, she's ready to go over to India thinking that she's gonna be able to become an Indian citizen and still somehow keep her social security in America. I'm like, how does that work? How do you not think that maybe if you leave Uncle Sam behind, you also leave your benefits that Uncle Sam was giving you behind too? And she only has $6,000 saved, so in other words, she's screwed. What she should have done is like take her 401k and liquefy it, even though she probably had 5 years left. You know, just do what Larry did so that he could go over there and get his wife. I'm just coming up with ideas. You ain't getting no Medicaid or Medicare once your ass is out the country, boo. You're no longer a citizen. Why should Uncle Sam take care of you? Just saying, you should have thought it through. $6,000 is apparently going to last her 3 months, maybe 9, if she's really careful with how she spent her money in India. But Cement's friends start talking to him. They're like, how do you know she's gonna be okay after being here a certain amount of time and she's realizing how life is in India? Do you think she's gonna be okay and she's not gonna want to go back to the United States? And Cement actually started crying because it was like, he didn't think about that. He didn't think that far into it, that she might not like it there. And he doesn't want that thought of her not liking it there because he loves her. Loves her so much that he's willing to move away from his family to be with her. I'm just like, aww. Moving on to Evelyn and Corey. Corey is like a cross between Paul, Larry, and Colt. Like, it just seems like he's just a hodgepodge of the three of them. Like he seems like he's a good-looking guy, but everything is not 100% there because he doesn't seem to think things through like the three of them that I just mentioned. And he's basically getting worked over by this girl that he met in Ecuador, who's Evelyn, because Evelyn feels like she's the hottest ticket in town, and I don't see it at all. Like, I just see an average looking girl, but for some reason she thinks that she's the bomb.com, and she's out here just disrespecting Corey's family. She's having dinner with them and she's saying that she heard that Mormons were in a cult, like the Mormon religion was a cult from her pastor, and that she don't want anything to do with them. I'm like, even if you feel that way, why you gotta say it to them in their face? Like, this is their religion, this is something they believe in, this is above you in this regard. Why are you saying this to these people who seem like they've welcomed her, but she doesn't want that. She wants to live on the beach and she wants to go back to Ecuador. Get this, Corey gave her a total of $40,000. He gave her money to invest in a bar or some sort of lounge, and he gave her a car, or he bought a car for her. He bought a whole bunch of different things for her, and it all accumulated to around $40,000. But it doesn't seem like it stops there at the $40,000 mark, because on her way back home to the airport, because homegirl said that she don't want to live in America because she loved the beaches. I'm like, what? America got plenty of beaches. What are you talking about? I mean, it might be different than the beaches in Ecuador, but they're beaches. He just lives in Washington. Maybe you should go higher or go lower. I don't know. Go to Vancouver. I don't know. Go to Oregon if he doesn't want to move that far from his family. Go to California if you want to stay on the West Coast. But don't act like there ain't no beaches in America. Like, that's no excuse. So she doesn't want to live in America. And he's taking her back to the airport and they're having a conversation, and she says, it's either you come or you don't, you know? You either come to Ecuador and be with me or you stay here. It's all the same to me. That's the kind of attitude I get from her. Like, she don't really care about their relationship. Like, she's like, oh yeah, I like you because you give me money. But other than that, I don't care. You could just be any other guy. So he is talking to her because he's worried. He doesn't feel like he's ready to actually just give up everything and move to Ecuador, because he has to get rid of everything that he owned in the United States. And if his family still doesn't know, they think that he's just gonna go visit her. While they're in the car having this conversation, she's just like, so you're sending me home without any money? And homeboy gotta go hit up an ATM right away because she literally wants cash in hand. He comes in, he hands her the money, she's there counting out money. I'm like, honey, no tech about it, huh? Like, at least with Larissa, you're like, okay, you know, Larissa is married to this man, she's asking him to buy things for her, but this girl literally is like, money, 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 give me money. Like, she doesn't even consider, like, I don't know. I find Larissa to be a lot more charming in the way that she asks for money or she tries to get money. But this girl, she seemed dangerous. She went to a store or boutique. I don't know where the hell these people keep going. Between this show and whatever Lizzie did in Love After Lockup, I don't know where these people are buying clothes. Because the clothes that she bought, like, I just don't understand how that came up to $700. Like, you're not rich. Why are you buying $700 worth of clothes? Like, everybody getting gifts when she gets back home to Ecuador. She's like, this is my aunt, this is for my cousins, this is for, I'm like, does this man, Corey, realize that he's taking care of a whole family at this point? The other couple we see is Tiffany and Ronald. Homegirl did not know she was pregnant when she was 18. Well, before she was 18, she was like about to turn 18. And her mom said that she found her like crying about cramps and just feeling completely in pain. And her mom thought that she was on drugs. So they took her to the hospital. According to Tiffany, she did not know she was pregnant because she got her period and she never gained any weight during her pregnancy. And out came a little baby boy. And she's like, Mom, can I keep him? And she kept him. And he's adorable. And so is she. Tiffany is a very pretty girl. But they're there having a conversation, her and her mom, about her having the child. And he's there playing with his 3-year-old auntie. And I'm just like, how old is your mom? Because you're 27. Wow, maybe her mom was a teen mom as well. It makes sense. Because like Selena Gomez, she has a little sister, doesn't she? Doesn't she? I think so. And she's like 27. She met Ronald when she went to South Africa with one of her friends, and Ronald is like the love of her life, she realized when he took her to a cliff and they were looking out, and she thought it was so beautiful, and she rested her arm on his shoulders, and she was like, oh, she was so in love. And the next time she went to South Africa on their anniversary, he proposed, or they decided that they're gonna get married, and they got engaged, and she came back, and now she's thinking about going over to South Africa to be with this man. However, she doesn't know if she's willing to live in South Africa just yet. She has to figure things out because she has her son with her, and she doesn't know if this is the right decision. Because it turns out Paul ain't the only ex-con on this episode. Homeboy Ronald was arrested a few times, or I guess he wasn't convicted, but he was arrested for these crimes. So, I guess he's not a con, but he still have a pretty lengthy rap sheet. And he has a gambling addiction. He stole from his mom. He has a DUI. He is just a bit of a mess. He's kind of a good looking guy. Like, he looks like, what's his face? He looks like Tom Hardy a little bit. Like if Tom Hardy never got clean. He's in rehab, and according to him, he found God. But I don't know how long that will last. That him finding God will save him from the fact that he has a gambling addiction. And she's worried because now she doesn't know that even if she filed any papers for him to come to the United States, that he will be able to come to the United States, and now she's gonna have to take her son and move to South Africa. She just doesn't know what's gonna happen, but she's gonna take the chance and go over there. Ooh. Can't wait for the rest of these episodes to come, because this looked like it's gonna be good. And like, after dealing with the people on 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, I'm just like, oh, so refreshing getting new people. Oh, even if you can't stand some of them already, Evelyn. But it's nice having the new people, I just gotta say. I'm looking forward to seeing the other couples. They seem interesting just as much as these ones that we met this episode. Okay, bring them here. I can't wait to meet the rest of these chaotic couples. Ooh. If there's anything that I missed when talking about these couples, go right ahead and leave it down in the comment section. Maybe you saw something that I did not see or I didn't remember to talk about. Let's have a chit chat about it down below.